All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Rightly said so. So what is the solution to that Jack who is a dull boy? Co-curricular activities. So interestingly, co-curricular activities is undertaken with normal type of education, which includes an individual doing a work which is side by side with normal studies, which can include origami, swimming, dancing, drawing, painting, anything that suits an individual. So interestingly, co-curricular activities helps an individual be strong, communicate with others, and have emotional, psychological, and a very good development of their mental and physical health. It's important to remember that physical and mental health works together. So if it works together, what's important? With education, you need to focus on other things, which includes you have to generally go out and work out. You have to paint. You have to know the creative side of your life. So Howard Gardner, who was a psychologist and also developed a lot of theories about intelligence, talked in his book The 5 Minds of Future, few types of intelligence and mind that is important to develop. First is the disciplinary mind, which is the education and the things that we study and we normally know. Secondly, the synthesizing mind. So the individual's capacity to synthesize and carefully solve the problem, which includes how to synthesize the problem solving abilities. Then the creative mind. So having a creative perspective to the life is very important, right? So not only having a nice approach towards creating something, towards finding something, also to explore oneself in that process. Then the respectful mind, respecting the different microcosms of the society, which includes the individuals that are there, the things which you're studying and things which you're knowing. Then the ethical mind, doing things responsibly and dutifully is very important. Having that ethical approach towards life, knowing the difference between right and wrong is also an important thing. And this creative and the co-curricular, the whole perspective gives a very holistic development to the child. So holistic development is the all total development. So interestingly, for me, I think that holistic development actually helps children build themselves, know themselves, and also accept few failures of life. There is a lot of things to back up also if there's co-curricular activities with it. So it actually increases self-confidence, personality, academic performance, exposure to new things, sense of responsibility, and enhance the physical and mental health. So when we are talking about enhancing these nuanced perspective of life, we should also understand that these perspectives help an individual to be holistic or total and develop a good sense of self. So for me, I think that's very important. Like studies and co-curricular activities should be balanced together, should be done together, and children should be encouraged more in the school and college to pursue this. There are no disadvantage to co-curricular activities. There are always advantage to finding new exposure to life.
The world is a beautiful place through the eyes of a baby. The one which sees no bounds to imagination, to exploration. The one which is not put out by the shackles of the realities of materialistic life. Not to be too poetic, this is AAHELI Barman, here to be talking about how co-curricular activities and participation in them can carve out a different personality out of a small little child in his or her growing years. Imagine the small kid playing around the corner of the house. One day, one fine morning, stops playing and stops asking you questions like, why does it rain? Do elephants live up in the heavens who spray water through their trunks so that we all get drenched? That is the thoughtfulness for me. That is the sheer thirst to think out of the box, to innovate. This is how, let's say, participation in co-curricular activities can widen all of these and carve out a different personality out of a child. For me, right now, introspecting, I really feel that the world is in need of a team leader. Someone who can speak to his teammates, cheer them up in such a way that they can give their best shot at the next cricket match, maybe even if the chances of winning it was less. The world is in need of an orator who can speak to thousands of deprived souls, and through just his speech or her speech, they can turn their lives towards a different horizon altogether. Believe me, geniuses are not born. They are carved out. They are made with sweat and blood by those teachers at the school auditorium, green room, let's say, or maybe the restroom before a football match when a coach comes and tells you how to face a scenario, or when a child is going to face a large audience at a very tender age and that teacher comes up to you to say, it's all fine, we will do it, right? That is training for me. For me, they say there's lots more than to learn from the pages of a book. For me, the real learnings start here. Real learnings are not maybe in the pages of the books, but in the pages of life. We produce a lot of toppers nowadays, achievers, overachievers. We are nowadays becoming a factory of people who just know the pages of the book without knowing the pages of life. Let's train a generation which knows the values through the pages of a life more than a book. For me, this is how co-curricular activities at a very tender age can change how a person looks at life. From time management to teamwork to troubleshooting and what not. It sums it all. It sums how you look at life.
Hey guys, this is AYANISH of St. James's School. So today I'm here to speak about the significance of co-curricular activities in our day-to-day lives, mainly for us, the youth, the students. So first I would like to emphasize on the side effects of co-curricular activities and also let you guys know how it helps us, so that you guys also start believing what I believe. I'll start with the most important side effect of co-curricular activities, which is social skills. Social skills are very, very important for us, are very, very important in today's life. If you can't socialize, if you can't be confident, if you can't be that smart person who goes and speaks up, who expresses his ideas, if you can't do that, then you won't be given importance. You have to be that one person in the whole room who is listened to with keen ears. You have to be that important person in the whole room. That should be your importance. Hence you can understand how important social skills are. Then, many of you believe that co-curricular activities hamper study. Sorry to say, but it's completely rubbish. It does not hamper your studies. It helps you to focus more and more. It helps you to focus on your studies, on your syllabus, on your goals. It helps to build a positive attitude, which lets you believe in yourself. You start becoming more and more optimistic, and then you can achieve your goals with much more fluency. And you just need to understand that you need to make your goals, you need to understand how to achieve them, and then just walk on that path successfully. You guys must not know, or maybe knowing, many of you will be knowing how important co-curricular activities are in the application for a university. It's very, very important. It shows how much devoted, how much passionate you are towards a game or a sport or any other co-curricular activity. It shows how much you are devoted to something other than studies. It shows how much you are honest to something other than studies. It shows how you can balance your studies and your co-curricular activities at the same time and achieve your goals successfully. It's very, very important. And last but not the least, it helps you to relax. It helps you to build a positive attitude and relax because you are doing something which you love to do. You are doing something, you are practicing something which you are interested in. I hope that all you guys are not only interested to study. I hope that many of you are interested in some other activity. And I bet if you guys go out and do those activities, the ones in which you are interested, I'm very sure that you guys are going to succeed. So yeah, if you have not understood why you are lagging behind from the others, why you weren't understanding where that one disadvantage of yours was, and this is the time. You have to understand what's the main importance of co-curricular activities. You need to make your goals, you need to succeed, you need to achieve those goals no matter whatever the situation is. And co-curricular activities is a very, very important thing which enforces you rather to achieve these goals. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself SD SWAGATA and presently I am pursuing Masters in Development Studies at NIT Rourkela. Curricular activities, why is it considered so important for students in colleges and as well as schools? Let me tell you that I was a very shy kid in my class, sitting in one corner of the class and studying all the time till my class 5th. But after that, I managed to devote my time in dance, quizzes, debates and other extracurricular activities such as art, music and whatnot. This entire thing changed my personality. It made me a different person. It helped me to analyze things. It made me to understand different people. It made me a complete person who knows about her society. Curricular activities is not just about how to engage your mind, but it also means how do you engage your physical and mental beings together, which is very much important for a student's life. From being a just shy kid who is always studying to become a complete integrated perfectionist person was my ideal, and I achieved through curricular activities. Just not studies. I got my feet in everything and I made my stand above the crowd all the time. That's how curricular activities is important to us, and I think every student must participate in some or other way to each and curricular activities that are being taking place in their schools, premises or their colleges.